What's up, everybody? This is the Most Likely to Day Drink podcast where we sip slow with Culture Convo. I'm your boy, Terrence. And with me today are my girl, Kitta.
Keep going. Just keep
going. That's some very high energy right there. That's some very, I was waiting for the energy. And my dude, Will, on your bottom screen. Now, as you know, before we get into our topic of the episode, we like to find out what's up in everybody's cup. Kitta, what you drinking on today?
I have my version of a pineapple margarita.
Oh, I like that.
Looks really good, doesn't it?
Yeah, no, that looks delicious. That
is that a sugar rim?
It is.
Oh, you got fancy.
You got elaborate with that.
It'll be on our page. I'll post the video.
I need to know about that. You're taking me places. Will, what's up in your cup?
Coffee, and then I have an alternative to Bailey's, which is Ryan's Irish style cream liqueur.
Come on, Ryan.
So 2 shots of that and a cup of coffee.
And I'm having a classic Manhattan. I know y'all are gonna roast me a little bit for this. I'm having it in the wrong glass over ice, but that's how I do. Might not be for you, but that's okay too, my boo.
You know what? I have something to say about that. So I always ask for, with a Manhattan, I ask for a low ball instead of martini glass, just because I don't want that martini glass look. You know,
see, I actually like the martini glass with the Manhattan. I feel like it's not classic if it's not in the martini glass. I just don't have any martini glasses at the moment.
Yeah.
So
I'm not a fan of holding a martini glass. So
why?
I'd rather have a low ball.
Huh? Why?
I just like a low ball. It's just more. I don't know. That's just my energy.
Does it feel a little bit too delicate if you're just gripping the stem of a?
Yeah. It's just doing the little sip like that. Yeah.
You can't keep that pinky down.
You can't be too hard with a martini glass, you know.
Well, listen, I'm all for people doing it how they like it done. Drink your drinks in the wrong glass. If you like, do whatever you like.
I like to do it like how I like it done.
Exactly.
All right.
I love to do it how I like as well. That's another episode. However, but for today, as we all know, Valentine's Day is just around the corner, and some of you celebrate, some of you do not. I've always been I feel like I have a different feeling about Valentine's Day every year. It's just however you catch me on that day. Some years I'm all for it, and that's true whether or not I'm with someone or not. Some years I'm like, I ain't got time for that bullshit. I sense that Kitta is not a fan of Valentine's Day based on the faces that I was getting a moment ago. Is that true? That drink is looking real good right now. I swear.
It is good.
I know.
You know, I'm not a fan of Valentine's Day, and I'm not against, people who want to celebrate Valentine's Day. I guess I'm not a fan love should be every day, of course.
Absolutely.
Like we shouldn't wait until one particular day to show our significant others or our boyfriends, girlfriends, our crushes, our side pieces, how much we care about them.
Yeah, our what's up big head buddies,
Yeah, our you up, those friends.
Yes,
we shouldn't wait.
Absolutely.
I should be able to send you a hey, I like you a whole lot text anytime, not just on Valentine's Day,
Yeah, at 7:30 on Tuesday.
Yeah. Hey, you put it down really well. I appreciate that. It shouldn't just be a special day.
Right.
Do that, and then, like for my ex, one of my exes, his birthday is on Valentine's Day. So I always wanted to emphasize his birthday versus Valentine's Day, Right. I didn't want Valentine's Day to overshadow his birthday, even though he would do stuff for me on Valentine's Day, but still,
yeah,
just no big deal to wait until that day.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Valentine's Day for us in the Love Lady household is, I think it has evolved. I know it was, so just in general, holidays weren't a big thing for us, especially as a young couple, just because we didn't have the money to really, celebrate or give or do whatever. So we had said on the front end a long time ago, Valentine's Day, we really weren't gonna. It's not something that we were gonna celebrate. It wasn't a big deal, so forth and so on. And this is the importance of always kind of checking back in with your significant other, because over time, of course we're doing okay, and I still had the mindset of, oh, Valentine's Day is just another day and it's not a big deal. However, that idea has kind of evolved with my wife in terms of, she wants to do things, or she wants to, and maybe not even a gift, but she wants to at least, have moments around that time. And so it's one of those where, if you don't talk about it, if you don't talk about what's changed in your life, you can kind of miss out on those type of things. So, it used to be not a big deal, and now it is becoming something of a big deal.
So would you say that your love languages have evolved over time?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
So, William makes actually a perfect segue into our topic for today. We want to talk about love languages, how you give love, how you receive love, what you think love is, what is the perfect expression of it, what are some not so perfect expressions of it. Let's get into it.
Mm.
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 And
Mm,
so the love language thing, I think we went to 5lovelanguages.com, the
yes.
number 5lovelanguages.com, and each of us took the love language quiz. I took the one for couples.
I was about to say, you ain't got to just emphasize that you took the one for couples, and Terrence and I took the one for singles.
Well,
You ain't got to emphasize
what I'm
that.
trying to convey. What I'm trying to convey is that there
Uh,
are different kind out there. I know there's the one for couples, singles. I think it was military, kids, teens. So they kind of try to cover those bases.
mhm. And then one for
So
all these lonely ass folks out here,
And I
right?
don't understand the difference between the one for married couples and the one for singles, because your love language is your love language, whether you're married or
Absolutely.
single. Your love language
Absolutely.
is your love language.
Yeah, it's a very individual thing. So
Yeah.
I didn't really get that either.
I think it has different questions though, doesn't it? It could
I
have.
don't know. I didn't take that one because I'm not a couple.
Oh,
I didn't
see.
take that one. But I'm saying, even still, it shouldn't have different questions, because your love language is your love language.
Right.
Mhm.
Just
Well,
because
some
I'm
like,
married doesn't mean that my love language is going to change. This
well,
is
I think
still
it's some of the
how I
language.
want to receive love, how I want to be touched.
Well, I think, with the one I took, the couples one, it always referred back to your spouse or the person you're married to. So I think in that sense, or your significant other, I think in that sense, it may be. I mean, I don't know if it had that same language in the singles one, did it?
It did
Did it
not.
say like,
No, and then too, just because we're not married doesn't mean that we aren't a couple.
Right. That's what I was about to
yeah,
say. I was like,
Yeah, so it's like,
my love language button is flipped up all the time. I never turn it off. With
I
my
think this
friends, I
was
have
William's way of shading us because we're not married and he is.
no, not
It
at
is.
all.
It
I
is.
mm,
think what it is
y'all get up
they
single people
frame the
get up in Williams
question.
comments. Get up in
They
Williams
frame the
comments.
questions differently based on your circumstances or based on your status.
Right.
I'm pretty sure the military one or the teen or the child one doesn't have necessarily the same language. It gets to the same points and has probably the same question, but it's framed differently for a single person versus someone in a relationship versus someone in the military versus a kid versus a teen, so forth and so on.
Sure.
So I'm just saying.
Yeah, let's get into it.
Yeah, let's do that.
Let's get into it.
All right. So I took mine, and actually, I want to know what everybody thought their primary love language is or was, and if the test actually agreed with you that that was your primary love language.
All right. So for those that may not know, the 5 languages, they are acts of service, words of affirmation, quality time, physical touch, and receiving gifts. Those are the 5. I've always thought that my dominant was acts of service. Just because I know that someone can say something, but when they actually do it, to me, that is an expression of them really caring for me, because that takes some physical activity, that takes some mindfulness. You can say something that may not really hold true. You can buy a gift and it really just be empty, but you actually doing something that either eases my burden or tension, to me is meaningful.
Okay.
So with that in mind, mine was actually acts of service was my number 1. Words of affirmation was number 2. Quality time was 3. Physical touch was 4, and receiving gifts was 5.
Damn, physical touch was number 4.
It's evolved over time. So I actually went back. I actually went back. I went back to because my wife and I have done this periodically, and my 5 have changed over the course of time, and so has hers to some degree. Yeah. So like physical touch used to be number 3, and that was like in 2016, and like in 2010 it was number 2.
Oh wow.
So those things, like I said, as you get older, get more mature, whatever the case may be, at least for me, those things have evolved. But acts of service has always been, well, close to number 1.
So go do them dishes and stop touching me, basically.
Hey,
Yeah.
Well, that sucks.
What was yours, Kitta?
Well, I didn't agree with my results.
Of course.
And I don't have the.
Of course not. Why would you agree with those? Why would you agree with the things you
goodness
got the results here?
This will be edited out. But I'm glad I have the power. No, I'm gonna leave it in so everybody will see how mean you are.
Okay.
I think you should. I think
people need to know. They need to know.
Yeah, people need to know the truth.
Yeah, no, put it all out there.
So I always thought that my love language was acts of service. Now I don't have the breakdown like Love Lady has. I didn't take the time to save all that. I just saw my top 2. And my number 1 was words of affirmation. I was like, ew.
I can see that though.
I don't,
because
I can't, because
I feel like the words hit a wall sometimes. It's like
I can low key see that. Like you may not show it, but I think you receive it. It's like that, yeah, like just like that.
I don't get in the deep water now, Love Lady.
I don't know if I receive it the way you think that I'd receive it.
Yeah.
My second one was touch, which was surprising and not surprising. Yeah. Because I am with my friends that I'm really close to, I am a very touchy, give me a hug, I want to be snuggled up under you type of person.
Yeah.
And I have to pick and choose who I can do that with, because I don't want anybody to take it the wrong way. But I like my best friend, like I snuggle up under him like all the time, like to the point where he's like mushing my head, like, will you please get away from me? I do my mom the same way. Like that's just how. So that's surprising to some people. To me, that's not surprising because I really am a touchy feely person. But the words of affirmation, because I struggle with taking I like compliments, but I don't, because I don't feel like I deserve them.
Heard.
That's one reason. This may sound weird. That's one reason why I don't post a lot on my actual Instagram page. I'll post in my stories before I'll actually, especially if it's a selfie, because I would rather you give me those compliments in private than for everybody else to see them. If you're
So
going
does
to
that
give me a compliment.
so does that mean that you feel compelled to respond when they're in public? You don't know what to
No,
say?
no, I feel like other people are judging those comments
Mm-hmm.
and are saying, why are you giving her a compliment? Like, honestly, that's how I feel.
Okay.
Like I don't, because I feel like I don't really deserve those compliments,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm like, because, and we all, well, I don't know if y'all do it, but females, we'll take a picture and like, oh, this is cute, let me post it. But the more I look at that picture, the more that picture turns ugly.
I'll totally do that.
And then I'm
Totally
questioning,
do
like,
that.
not, and I'm like, why are you saying that I'm cute on this picture? Have you looked at it? Have you looked at this picture the
So
way I look like? Like, there's
you're
nothing about
officially
this picture that's
your
cute.
own worst critic.
Oh
Yeah.
Your
yeah, I
own
can relate
worst
to
critic.
that. Like I usually have to be a couple of bourbons in before I get up the courage to post a picture of myself.
Yeah. So
My
I
birthday,
don't
yeah, my
I don't
birthday picture
agree.
was cute as hell, right?
I
But
don't
it,
agree
I
with the
was,
with the words of affirmation part.
Hmm.
The touch part, yes.
Okay.
Yeah. But COVID. And I think COVID has enhanced that because I
Mhm,
can't touch people the way I normally would.
right.
Um yeah, I mean, because even, when I saw my mom, like, she wanted to hug and kiss me, and I was so nervous. I was like, I don't care about me getting sick. I don't want to make you sick. I don't want to be unknowingly carrying this virus and then make you sick. So that was
Right.
hard.
Absolutely.
But yeah, so those are mine.
Okay.
All right, Terrence, what about you?
So mine was not surprising. I think mine's been consistent over time. My top has always been quality time.
Oh, Lord.
Spend time with me. Spend time with me.
Oh
Put
God,
your phone
love lady,
down.
you are the typical male. Sit up straight. Sit up.
Man.
Fix your
Oh
And
my
no,
face.
goodness. Got on
that's
the mama
Kimberly.
horse on him.
That's Kimberly's number one. That's why I was like,
Yeah, no, I'm like,
ah.
listen, spend time with me, baby.
You'll spend time with me. You'll spend time. What
Yeah,
time?
no, listen, come on. Like give me your undivided attention. And I know. And I think in a way that is an act of service, because I think for a lot of people,
Labor of
especially,
love.
yeah, it absolutely is. Especially, for people like us, I feel like we are people that, have multiple things going on at the same time. And so your mind can be 15 different places at once, while you're
Mhm.
sitting in a room. And I think it's hard to shut all that down and just give your undivided attention to one thing. And even as a person who loves quality time, I struggle with that. So while I like it, it is my recipient love language and not necessarily my giving love language. I think I give very differently than I receive.
So
Um,
Really?
where were you on words of affirmation? Because I would have thought that would be your love language.
a lot of people would think that it's near the bottom, actually. I
Mm.
want to say, yeah, no, it is near the bottom and I think that that's evolved over time because I've learned that words are sort of empty. You can say anything, you can make things appear to be, a certain way that they are not. People can lie to you. People can sort of learn how you're manipulated and they can use that against you. People can gaslight you. People can do all sorts of things with words. So I've
I agree.
learned, I've learned not to trust words. I've learned to see whether words align with actions, and then I draw my conclusions from there. And that is a cynical approach, I admit. However, it's just where I am after 42 years of life. So yeah, no, if I can get your ass in a room and you can't go nowhere, and we just gonna sit and stare at each other for a good couple of hours or watch a movie, or if I cuddle with you, that's huge. I'm not a cuddler. I don't care what y'all think about it. Don't get off me. So as you might have guessed, based on that statement, physical touch is also not high on mine. It's number 3, which is higher than I actually thought it would be. But also on the flip side of that, as Kitta said, COVID has made me miss hugging the people that I do truly care about. Like, I haven't hugged my mom and dad in the last time I actually touched my mom, I think was March of 2020. I've not been in their house since December of 2019. Wow. So yeah, physical touch.
Imagine that.
Yeah, no, it's hard. It's hard. Yeah. So with regard to certain people, yeah, physical touch might even be my number 1. If I love you, I'm gonna be all over your ass. Come on. But for most of the world, it's quality time.
And so quality time was your number 1. What was your number 2?
My number 2 was, I believe it was acts of service.
Okay.
No, I'm sorry. No. It was acts of service. It was acts of service.
What was receiving gifts? Do you remember?
At the very bottom. I don't care about gifts. I love giving gifts. I enjoy giving gifts. And even then, I don't do it consistently. I do it when I feel like it. And that's one of the things, going back to our earlier conversation about Valentine's Day. I don't enjoy days where giving gifts is compulsory. I don't want you to expect shit. I want you to be surprised by what I do. I want you to know that there is some feeling and some thought behind it. So right. I'm not, I don't even like giving gifts at Christmas. I just don't like giving gifts when it's expected. I like to give gifts when I want to give the gift. That way, I'm not doing it just because I feel like I have to.
Now, I will say those unexpected gifts are awesome. Just to know, and it's not even the gift itself, it's the fact that you were thinking about me.
Absolutely.
Like, I could care less about the gift. The fact that you actually thought about me just on a random Tuesday, and was like, hey, I thought about you, cash app you $20, go get lunch, like that. Exactly. That's big.
And big. I actually, with reference to Kitta specifically, I creep on your posts all the time, just thinking about, because you do the same thing for me. Like for my last birthday, you sent me some hair products. I had no idea that you were going to do it until you told me, hey, this is what I'm doing. And that was incredibly thoughtful. The products didn't quite work out, but that's fine. It was
like you said, those products.
Yeah, no, they didn't quite work for this, but that's cool. It's just the fact that someone took time out of their day, and we're all busy, to think about what would make me happy. Yeah. Or what would be something that, that would let me know that they're thinking about me.
Mm-hmm. So it's how you, so the love languages are a representation of what you want to receive in terms of love. Would you say that the order is accurate in terms of how you express it to people?
No, my recipient love languages are different from my giving love languages. Okay. My recipient love languages are what I just said. My giving love languages, I think quality time actually may still be at the top, but I am also very free with words of affirmation and physical touch. I kind of stylize it to the person. I give you a customized experience.
Gotcha. You feel about that. Because I know, I think with mine is like I want to receive acts of service as the primary, and that's actually how I express my love. Like I do, whether it's just things around the house or maintaining X, Y, and Z, or taking out the trash, or
I'm not gonna cut your yard,
doing the paperwork for something, looking for ways to kind of lessen your load, ideally proactively if like if you see me struggling,
Yeah.
ideally I should say something. But if you see it and I'm not saying something, and feel free to jump in. And don't feel like you have to jump in on something that you know nothing about. Like I don't expect you to do a task or a job that you're either unskilled or unknowledgeable of. But I think everybody knows how to wash dishes, or everybody knows how to get the mail from the mailbox, or everybody knows how to I would say take out the trash. But I mean, do those, if you can do those things that you would typically see me do, that you yourself could do,
Yeah.
To lessen the load, do that, you know.
So does that mean that I did an act of service for you when I did the intro, since you were struggling with
Yeah,
it?
yeah, exactly. There you go. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Did you feel my love in that?
I did. That was an act of service.
That was an act of service. See, we give you
Well,
we don't just talk about it. We give you examples here at Most Likely Today Drink.
I don't I'm not gonna do that with you, love lady.
Dude, what is that?
Denied.
I'm
Share
not
my
gonna
share my
I'm not
burden.
gonna try to, yeah, because I tried, you know, I've been trying for the last 2 days
Mhm.
and you've been shutting me down.
I have not been shutting you
As your
down.
as your friend, you know, I keep saying, love lady, there's, you know, and like I said before, you know, I'm not in the business of getting in other people's business. I don't want you to be like, hey, this is what's going on with me. I just want you to know that I recognize it and that we are here as your friends. If you just want to talk, if you just want to vent,
Yeah,
whatever. If there's something that we can do to lighten the load.
I don't think that's on my love language list, Kitta.
You just said acts of service.
No, you said something about talking. Sharing.
Conversation is not an act of service.
Talking and sharing. That doesn't fall under the category. I'm
Opening up
sorry.
is not on the list. Quality
No,
time, we just gonna stare at each other, man.
but no, I get what you're saying. Well, and that goes back into, you know, knowing again what I said before. Sometimes I may not express that I need help. And that's something that I got to work on. Is
Right.
like understanding like how to ask for help,
Yeah.
and what that looks like for someone else to help me. You know.
No, absolutely. I think all those, and I think that's an excellent point. I think all the love languages come with other things. Like in order to appreciate quality time, I think there's certain things, you know, there's certain things underlying that. In order to appreciate acts of service, I think there's a certain element of communication required with that, like being able to say when you need help and not just expecting people to sort of intuit it, even though they do. And then if they do and they offer it, you know, be willing to say, yeah, you know, actually I actually could use some help with this. Or yeah, I do want to unburden myself of this particular thing or that particular thing. Or yes, there are some issues I want to discuss. Yes, there is something on my heart, you know?
Yeah.
Yes, I would like to. Never mind.
Nope.
Now, I will say this is something
Lighten
that.
my load.
Self-censorship
Sorry,
is
what would
not
the
a love
load?
language, man. Oh man. Oh man.
What I was saying before was
These drinks have got us
one
saying some
thing
stuff today,
that
y'all.
one thing that I think opened like my eyes and my wife Kimberly was that whole concept of what you receive, like how you want to receive love and how you express it. You typically express it the way you want to receive it, but that may not be the love language of the person that you're trying to express it to. So like I
Absolutely.
said, her number one is quality time. And that's like for me now, like number three. So if my love language is acts of service and I'm showing acts of service,
Mhm.
she may not receive it as love. She just may receive it as, oh, he's doing
Right.
this chore, this activity, whatever, and not necessarily receive it as love. Whereas she wants to spend time with me. And like you said, Terrence, that uninterrupted, not in a discussion while you check your Facebook status kind of time.
Yeah.
But that put down your phone, put your phone face down, turn the ringer off in your face. We're talking kind of time. Or not even talking, but we're not distracted kind of time. So that was understanding that for me was huge, because it was a frustration of mine where I would say, well, I'm doing this and I'm doing that and I'm taking care of this, and that should show that I love you. And she's like, yeah, but you're not spending time with me. That's what I need. And it's like, well, damn, that's not kind of what I like. So, but like I said, it has evolved into quality time being one of those things where we try to have experiences. And it goes back to, instead of giving gifts, we try to make moments and make experiences.
Yeah,
and that's a form of quality time that kind of works for both of us.
So, based on what you just said, do you think, actually, I don't want to ask this question to both of you. Do you think that it is important to have people in your life whose love languages are the same as yours? Or do you feel like it's just something where we all just have to adapt and figure out what the people who mean something to you, what their love languages are, and then give that to them?
I don't think it's important to have people in my life that have the same love language. I mean, if that was the case, then I wouldn't have anybody in my life. I mean, that goes along with having people around you that are exactly like you.
Yeah.
Like, that inhibits, sorry, I'm losing my words. That stunts my growth.
Sure.
Having people around me that are just like me, then who's going to tell me when I'm full of shit, Like,
right. You don't have to stretch.
Huh?
Oh, I thought that was a question.
William from Jackson, Tennessee has a question.
No. She said, I thought she was asking for who's gonna tell her she's full of shit. I thought she was asking. I thought she was needing affirmation.
Oh my goodness. Y'all are showing out. Y'all are showing out this episode. I'm enjoying it.
Oh, I'm sorry. Continue.
I'm done.
I'm following.
There will be no more quality time given to you, sir. That love language door is closed.
He doesn't like quality time anyway, so
exactly. Yeah. You've been checking.
So when we all meet up,
time. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so when we're all in person, we'll just take care of business, and then Terrence and I will spend some quality time together.
There we go.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay. And you'll take your ass home.
So, all right. So the next question for me is, whatever your top love language is, what is the perfect expression of that?
Oh Lord, you getting too deep on Saturday.
Listen. I'm in the 12-foot part of the pool and I can't even swim. So come on.
I don't have an answer for that.
Well,
say that again?
What is the perfect expression of your primary love language to you?
Yeah,
I mean, you've experienced it, so I feel like you should be able to identify it.
I don't have
mine is hella situational.
Okay.
I think it like I said, it depends on the need at the time.
Okay.
I mean, it was something really simple. A couple of nights ago, Kim was cooking some stuff, or at least prepping it, and I was browning the meat, and I needed a container, and I didn't ask her to give me a container. Like, I think she knew I needed a container to put it in after it was done, and she just got it for me and had it out. She stopped what she was doing to get something that I needed, and it could be something as simple as that. Right. But the idea, it goes back to the idea of, you see that I have a need.
Right.
and you are able or in a position to help me with that, and you do.
So you like having a teammate?
Oh yeah, yeah. Team is a big.
Yeah,
That's a whole nother podcast.
it certainly is. Certainly
Uh,
is. Say no
What would the
more. Say
title
no
be?
more.
I'm not gonna say. I
Yeah,
think
exactly.
that needs to be an off-camera discussion.
Exactly. We're gonna make y'all work for it. We ain't gonna just give it all to
You
you. We
know
ain't gonna
it.
just
You
give it
know
all
it.
to you on the front end. Yeah,
No,
exactly.
it's not about making them work for it. It's just
Oh, but
not
it is
something
for
that
me. Stay tuned.
well, I'm never gonna say it publicly. So
Yeah.
stay tuned because you're not gonna hear it from me. That's an off-camera discussion.
Mm.
So,
Yeah.
Kitta, you do not have a perfect expression
No.
of your primary love language. All right. Well, listen. I'll go listen on my own. I'll rock it solo dolo. For me, it's a trip. Like if you're willing to actually put down your daily routine and go somewhere with me, especially somewhere we've never been before, and we actually have to work it out. Someone has a notification, and we have to work it out and
Try
sort
to
of
play
decide.
it off like it wasn't him.
See, messing up the quality
I
time.
already knew it was him.
Hey, this is
Yeah, no,
a
I was trying to be
podcast.
nice. I was trying to be nice. I was trying to give a few words of affirmation, but that didn't work out. But to continue my thought, it's if you're willing to like get away from your daily routine with me, and you're willing to set aside that time where we just have each other and we sort of have to rely on each other to navigate a situation you've never been in before, that is it for me. That is it for me.
Mm.
You can choose from whichever of the other four acts of service you want. I will do that.
Yeah, I can see that because I know
Yeah.
when Kimberly and I talked about this, it was like quality time for us, or at least for me. Like the way I like to spend it is like us taking trips
Yes.
because or experiencing something new that maybe neither one of us have experienced, and kind of having that me and you against whatever's out there kind of feeling. um so yeah, I can definitely relate to that.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And I think it's just I think there's something about going away and about getting away from your day-to-day routine that sort of it opens up a different conversation. I feel
Mm.
like when you're away from your ordinary pressures, your ordinary stressors, just your day-to-day thoughts, it's just you become a different person.
Yeah,
And
you
you
can
sort of
express your alter egos.
no, absolutely, and don't get ahead of us. But yeah, no, I think that does come to the surface, and I think that you just because to use an example that's very relevant to the three of us, when we all went to Charlotte to see Kita, I don't know, there was very different energy there from what people would see whenever I'm in Nashville,
Mm.
because work is behind me. All of my thoughts about things that were just in the forefront of my mind from day to day were behind me, so I just felt free.
Yeah.
And I feel like that is like, to me, that is perfect quality time when it's just the two of you. You're sort of out of your ordinary framework, and you're just free to do and be whoever you want to be. And I feel like that's exciting to me. That's almost like getting to learn something about the person that I'm with. Even if I've known you for years, I feel like I see a side of you that I don't see every day.
All right. And remind me, I know Keita, you're like a people watcher kind of a person. And then Terrence, are you like a people watcher?
I think I noticed I don't watch.
Okay.
I'll give it a second, but I'm the most interesting thing in the room, so I'm not gonna give you too much time.
Got it. Okay.
Right,
So
right.
that was another thing. Like we were like, the whole idea of going to a new place and seeing like how other people kind of operate
Yeah,
and behave in different cultures and whatever the
yeah.
case may be. Um, kind of adds to that quality time. Although, we're both being engaged in a similar activity or like
Yeah,
activity.
absolutely. 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 So actually I'm just full of questions today.
Let
Listen, we spending this quality time. I'm in my element.
I don't feel like that's one of my love languages.
Y'all gotta let me have this. Y'all love me, and you said your love language doesn't have to match the people you love. So
yeah, but I didn't agree to give in to your love language.
Damn it, this is what we are doing. Get into it.
This is the last question that we're taking. Go ahead.
So, speaking of that, do you feel like you're the type of person whose energy draws other people in, or are you drawn into other people's energy more so?
I think that's a question that we should ask, that we should answer for each other.
What do you mean?
Like, do I feel like, yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
perfect.
Do I feel like, Terrence energy draws people in? Do I feel
all right, so who wants to answer for me?
I don't want to answer for either one of you, but whatever.
But come on now.
I feel like, Terrence, definitely your energy draws people in because you're so, hi, I'm here, like in people's face. Love Lady's energy has the ability to draw people in, but sometimes I feel like he gives off standoffish energy on purpose.
Absolutely.
That's fairish.
I think y'all
fair-ish.
I think y'all have that in common, actually.
Yeah, I definitely give off. Well, go ahead. I'm not going to answer for myself. Go ahead.
Will?
No, I think that so we answering for both people, right? So
sure.
For Kitta, I think it is that I'm not bothered, kind of standoffish vibe, but it's one of those you just have to weather through that, and then once you do, it's like, oh, okay, now she's real cool people.
Yeah.
And then Terrence, you're just like
not jazz hands, not jazz hands. That is not how I roll. Listen, I am never.
Listen, we are giving our perception.
I'm trying to remember. I'm trying to think of a time where
hands will be behind my back from here on.
Had low energy. I can't think of a time where I would be like, man, Terrence is kind of low energy today. Like and I'm pretty sure you have those days. Everybody does.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying? When I see you, it's like, it's that eager energy.
But that's a function of who I'm around. Mm-hmm. If you see me around some people that I'm not feeling, you two would probably not recognize me, because believe me, my I don't give a game is very strong if I truly don't. But yeah, no, I sort of give the energy that I get. I feed off other people, so I'm a parasite. So yeah, no, if I'm feeling you and I feel like there's a connection, whether or not you express it in the same way I do or not, it's there. Yeah. Because I feel like I'm constantly trying to bring Kitta out more, and I'm trying to, because actually, let me just get into what I think of the two of you fools. So Will, I feel like I can handle y'all both together at the same time. Stop. What I was about to say is I feel like you two have the same type of energy, in that you both sort of give just a little bit, and it draws people in because they're curious. I don't think that you necessarily intend for people to be drawn in by your energy. I think you both you monitor your energy is yours. It's what you do. And I think that people get curious about you. And I think that you give people moments where, you like show a little bit, and folks are like, oh, damn, I didn't expect that coming. And then it makes them sort of want more. And you're like, no, that's cool.
No.
Yeah, that's all for now. That's all for now. That'll be enough. So yeah, I feel like you're both. I feel like you're both that way, and Dr. Seuss would agree with me.
He may.
I feel like he did. I feel like he did just now.
I can kind of see that.
Yeah. Now
Yeah.
I feel like you both sort of, whether you realize it or not, you both enjoy having an element of mystery about you. And I feel like you are both sort of in I feel like you're both sort of like, not everybody can get this. Not everybody's entitled to this. Not everybody's entitled to my energy.
That is true. Not everybody is entitled to my energy.
No, absolutely. I believe that as well. I mean, based on what I just said, but I think that I am one of those people who sometimes, in spite of how I feel, I still give people that level of energy because I'm the first one to try to bring the energy up in a room.
Mm.
If I sense some stuff is off, listen, I'm going to be everybody's hype man, whether you want it or not, get into it.
Got it.
Awesome. Well, so with us discussing all these love languages, and I hate the L word. I absolutely hate the L word.
She does.
Are we
Well,
going to celebrate Valentine's Day this year? Are we celebrating?
uh, yeah.
You better answer carefully, sir.
Not with
Yes.
me. I'm just saying, are we celebrating
No,
in
I know.
general?
Yeah, no, I
No.
know what you meant. I know what you meant.
Yes, we are. What that looks like, I have no idea right now. But yes.
Mm.
I am. I think I'm sort of in a moment where I'm dating myself anyway. So I feel like, it's going to be like any other day. I'm going to do things for myself to make me happy. I might take an extra long shower. I might put on some smell good. I might make myself a nice fancy dinner because that's just, I enjoy treating me. So yes, probably.
Well, I actually have plans this year. For the first
Oh,
time in a really, really long time, I actually have plans for
do
Valentine's Day this
tell,
year.
do tell.
Okay.
Oh no, I'm not gonna tell.
Ah,
But I do have plans for Valentine's Day. I
are
actually
you
have
looking?
several plans for Valentine's
Are
Day.
you looking forward to these
And
plans?
by plans, do you mean
I mean plans. That's all you're gonna get from me.
is that code for? No, I'm just playing. Nothing.
It's not code
I,
for
di-
anything. It's just
I digress.
plans.
Oh my God, y'all's hey big head cards are in the mail. Um, so, and with that, y'all, this has actually been a very informative and productive discussion. I feel like I am incredibly curious about how our viewing audience feels about these topics. We all have love languages. I think they all evolve over time. I think we all learn a lot about each other through discussing these types of things. So engage with us on this. Let us know, get in our comments. Let us know what you think about love language, what you think about ours, what you think about yours, what you think about the people who mean things to you in your life. Let us know about your energy. Let us know about whether you feel like you draw people in or you're drawn to people. Talk to us about these things. Also, most importantly, like, comment, subscribe. We are on YouTube and so many other platforms, thanks to the efforts of our dear love lady. I don't even know them all. So, but we're out there. So please get in touch with us, contact us, let us know how you feel and what you think. And keep drinking, keep speaking, and we will see you next time.